Hello everybody and welcome, my name is Sram and welcome back to the channel everyone. I hope you all are doing well, and in today's video I want to talk about my year in review. I'll be talking about my personal life and also the stuff that happened in my past year on my YouTube channel. This video may or may not be longer than usual than my other videos this past year, so if you want to, grab your favorite snack or beverage, if you want to. That's up to you. I encourage it honestly because, snacks and all that, I like eating snacks and beverages and stuff like that, when I'm watching one of my favorite YouTubers, So, thank you so much for watching this video, guys, to the very end. It will mean a lot to me. So, without further ado, let us get started. 2020, honestly, guys, has been a struggle of a year this year with so much that has happened, and I admit that I didn't like the changes that we made as a nation here in the United States with the virus going around and just the way that people were reacting. I admit, though, that I was one of the many people out there who started to feel afraid of what will happen next throughout the course of time that COVID started spreading. Many lost their jobs and began staying at home for lockdowns that started in a lot of states. And I ended up not losing my job, which I'm really grateful, to be honest, to be able to work this year. But there were times I had thoughts that came to mind that consisted of, this isn't fair. Why me? Why do I have to go to work? Am I going to get the virus now because everybody else is sheltering in place and isolating themselves from others and, getting a lot of, toilet paper, hand sanitizer and all that stuff just to, get through the lockdowns and stuff like that. Although I had these questions in mind, I did feel jealous of those who didn't have to work. I, thought to myself, man, these guys will have so much time. At least they have time to do all this stuff, to do projects around the house, play video games, catch up on their backlog, or even on their TV shows or stuff that they had, But I began to realize that so many other people, though, would be jealous of me and working because they have families to support and bills needing to get paid. And I learned to be grateful, though, even though I didn't like working at my job at times. And for those of you who don't know what I do for my job, I collect people's online grocery orders at my grocery store. And this year, it was definitely booming. Before COVID, we would average around over 100 orders, maybe close to 200 would be our cap. But we've pretty much met our cap over and over again, and we've even extended it to the point where it's been 300 orders a day, which has been insane. And we've been also so booked to the point that I remember one time we were out, like, you couldn't do an order until like a week out in advance. So some people, if they wanted groceries, they just came into the store anyway, regardless of, the fact that, they needed the groceries now. So, yeah, it left me, honestly, mentally and physically drained at the end of the day. My brain was fried, which is in turn why I didn't upload a whole lot of videos, because I was essential and I just didn't feel like recording anything. When you are exhausted at the end of the day, you just want to sit down on the couch or your bed and just sit there, just like a potato on the couch, sizzling, So that's how I was. I just didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to talk. I just want to watch something or do something that was like least straining on my brain, So, also, one thing I'd like to say is that I did not like wearing masks just as much as the next person, but I did it because I had to. I live with my wife's parents, and one of them has a bad immune system and get really sick easily, so I had to be careful. I'm blessed to say that I have not gotten the virus, even though wearing a mask has easily made me sick as well, because our bodies are not meant to wear a facial covering over our faces. I had a lot of headaches, nausea, stomach aches, and sore throats. Some days I called out because the nausea and stomach problems were so bad. And also, I've had a history of asthma, so it was tough for me to even breathe in these masks. I had to get an inhaler from my doctor, so I had to be able to make it through these shifts 8 hours a day wearing these masks. Was terrible, in my honest opinion. So, one of the good things, though, I would say the highlight of this past year has been being able to get married. And I'll always remember 2020 because of this. I was supposed to get married in May, but because of COVID and everything like that, we got married a month earlier in April, and we decided to pull through. And even though there was only 10 people at our wedding, we ended up recording the ceremony for others to watch, but we aren't having the reception until after COVID is done, which I honestly can't wait for it to be over and done with, as much as the next person, to be honest with you. to be able to party and to be able to gather around with families and friends and stuff like that. You know, I miss even hanging out with my friends this past year as well. Like, I remember I met with some of my friends a couple times throughout this past year, but normally it's been difficult. We've kind of kept in touch over texts, or if we were playing video games, we would just go into party chats and stuff like that and talk to each other. But it's been very difficult too. Also, being married has been awesome. It's had its challenges definitely, because you're learning more about another person and what they do, what they like to do, and how they do certain things. And they also are learning more about you, how the way you do certain things. And also you kind of shift the focus not on yourself anymore. You focus more your shift on the other person and what they need and meeting their needs. And it's definitely taught me a lot. So just so far, being 8 months into it, we've been together, it's been awesome. And it's definitely made me into a better person, because we both have poured into each other's lives. And we cannot wait for our futures together as we just continue to do what we've been doing, trusting God, and to trust Him in His providence and what He's going to give us. And we both feel so utterly blessed by just the amount of people supporting us and with us throughout this past year. And we cannot wait to look forward to, you know, moving out and being on our own, because right now we're currently, you know, at her parents' place renting and stuff like that, because as of right now it's insanely expensive where I live. Like, 1-bedroom apartments go up to $1,000 or more a month. 3 or 2-bedroom apartments like upwards to $2,000. It's insane. The housing market is just, yeah, it's something that honestly my wife and I mean, we probably could afford the $1,000 ones, but not anywhere near the 2,000s, to be honest with you. But I'm blessed to be able to live with her parents as of right now. You know, it's something probably we'll look forward to the next year, just see if we can find something, you know. And obviously we do want start a family here. I don't know if it's going to be next year in 2021 or whatever it is the Lord decides for us to be in that season, but we'll wait and see what happens. I know someday we would like to have kids, and I'd like to start a family, you know, and raise children in the ways of the Lord, you know. But yeah, I'm honestly glad that I got married. Cannot wait to see what the Lord has in store for both of us as we continue on our paths. You know, one of the things that I was able to do this past year was also be able to build my very first PC, which probably should be done at the time of recording this video. I have my last part should be delivering this week, which is the last week of 2020. And I'll be able to record better quality videos, streams, and even play some PC games I've been wanting to play, because I have a lot of backlog of awesome games just waiting for me. So, moving forward into the YouTube side of things, guys, it's been a struggle this past year making content because of having to work this year. But I am grateful to be able to make some videos this past year. I mean, I saw one of my YouTube statistics, and this past year I made 18 videos this year. Well, now 19, because this is the last one. And I was shocked because in 2019, I only made 11 videos. And this year, I reached the milestone of 200 subscribers this past year, which I'm thankful for. I reached that milestone, and it was all thanks to you guys for constantly supporting me and encouraging me to keep moving forward. And at the time of me recording this video, I'm at 230 subs right now, and I'm truly grateful for each and every single one of you. I'm thinking of giving back to you guys with some giveaways next year, maybe even doing a Q&A video so you guys can get back to me on that, or you guys get to know me. But next year, I look forward to COVID being gone, hoping that I can continue to pump out more content for you guys despite me working this year. But yeah, it's been a really challenging year this year, and I hope next year is definitely better. And I hope your year has been great too. I hope your year has been phenomenal. I know a lot of people's growth happened this past year. It was not a good year for a lot of people, but I hope your year ended up being victorious. I know there's some challenges we all had to face and go through, but we're in this together. And thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you had a great 2020 as well. Be sure to like the video, subscribe for more, and don't forget to turn on notifications on. I wish you all a happy new year, and we'll see you guys next year. Peace out and God bless.